Section 0 of The Growth of Love by Robert Bridges. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For further information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Algy Pug. Note: in issuing The Growth of Love, the publisher has desired to set forth the high estimate recently come to be held regarding the poetry of Mr. Robert Bridges. To do this effectually, no more fitting introduction could have been given than the contribution by Mr. Lionel Johnson, to be found in the Century Guild Hobby Horse, October 1891, and here reprinted entire. It was, and is almost as inaccessible as one of Mr. Bridges' privately printed pamphlets. It only remains to say that this reprint was made direct from a copy of the original Growth of Love, of which 100 copies in Fell's Old English type, foolscap quarto, were put forth from the private press of Rev. H. Daniel, Oxford, 1890. The punctuation, or rather the lack of it, has been literally followed. The half-title immediately following the sonnets is that of the original title page, while the printer's device at the end of the book is also reproduced in facsimile from this unique edition. Only 50 copies of this large paper edition, post quarto, have been printed, 10 of which are on Japan vellum, and 40 on Van Gelder's handmade paper, each copy numbered, and the type distributed. Copy number 5. The Growth of Love by Robert Bridges. Printed for Thomas B. Mosher and published by him at 37 Exchange Street, Portland, Maine, 1894. The Poems of Mr. Bridges. A Brief and General Consideration. By Lionel Johnson. The supreme duties of the artist toward his art, as of all students toward their studies, are two in number, but of one kind: a duty of reverence, of fidelity, of understanding toward the old great masters, and a duty of reverence, of fidelity, of understanding toward the living age and the living artists. But that our age lives well, and that our artists live well, who shall assure us? Life, its energies and its activities, ourselves can recognize, but we require a touchstone and a test, some image of that perfect state which lieth in the heavens, seen there by Plato, eternal in the heavens, proclaimed by Paul, before we can accept with joy, and follow with readiness, the ways of our living age, of our living artists. Here, too, we have a double duty, one to the past and one to the present. If we fulfil it, then we cannot lack the necessary test or standard whereby to assay ourselves and others. In the first place, securus judicat orbis terrarum. Sure and sound is the whole world's judgment. In Sophocles and in Virgil, in Dante and in Milton, virtue and truth shine clearly. The general voice of men, the more authoritative voice of artists and of students, go together in praise of the old great masters. But they lived in their times, we live now. What have we to do with them? Neither did the old great masters flourish together. Yet examine, I pray you, the debt of Virgil to Homer, the debt of Dante to Virgil, the debt of Milton to Homer, to Virgil, and to Dante. Do you not find it an inestimable debt of reverence, of fidelity, and of understanding? Or can you discover in those masters any sign of a servile obedience to each other? Call it rather, not a debt due, but a grace sought and received. Be we artists then, or students merely, let us judge ourselves and our age, let us value ourselves and our age, according to the mind of the great masters and in their spirit. In the second place, at one with our test by antique excellence, is the test by our proper conscience. There are occasions in our work when we say, with a confidence beyond expression, this is right. Against textbook and precept, warning and exhortation, we know our work to be true. And
Sample complete. Ready to continue?